Okay, we're wrapping up here at the Ted Benz, the third annual, we call it Jamboree, the Ted Benz Jamboree according to Ted. And I got a chance to talk to Ted and a lot of other people here today. You know, my beginning takeaways again, you know, I wanted to see how Andres Arroyo felt, and that was the smoothest 16.05 I think I've ever seen. He dominated that race. The Colonial Boys was my second takeaway. They finished second, third, fifth, and eighth, so they look strong. On the girls' side, we had a girl from University that came in, Autumn Bartlett, who's a junior at University, and she kind of stole the race. I mean, we came in unexpected and kind of and ran away with it. So she had a real good time. So it's a great day out here, great night out here. It was a little overcast, nice and cool, and it was a great way to kick off the season, I think. So we're looking forward to a good cross-country season. I tell you, you know, Bob, you and I have been chomping at the bit to get this season started, and this is a good way to start it. So, yeah, we had a great night here, and we're looking forward to the coming weeks.
Well, still trying to put the puzzle together, but we've got the all-classification rankings coming up, and maybe you had a little glimpse of, you know, what that puzzle is going to look like when it's all said and done.
Yeah, there's no question that the boys from Colonial are going to be right there. I can't tell you exactly where they'll be, but you got a pretty good idea, I think, and certainly Andres Arroyo, I think we've got a pretty good idea where he'll be as well. So, again, good kick start to the season.
You know, it was interesting. We had a chance to talk to Coach Placencia, and if they have a really solid team and they look really deep today, they're going to go to NXN. If not, they're going to let Andreas go to Foot Locker and maybe try that route.
Yeah, and you know, that's I mean, Coach Placencia is great in that way. You know, he wants his runner, you know, he knows he's got a special runner in Andres. And if he thinks, you know, his team isn't good enough to run at NXN, he's going to give him a chance to run with the big boys out at Foot Locker South. Now, last year, I don't know if you remember, but he ran Foot Locker South and got an elbow right at the starting line, and it just threw him right off. And I'm sure he wants to make amends there. But I'm sure he would be just as happy to go to NXN if the team comes together and runs the way they did today, you know, as the season progresses. You know, again, last year I said at this race, they only had one guy that broke 17. Today, their top 5, I think, all broke 17 or pretty close to it. So, again, we'll see it as the season progresses. We'll keep an eye on them.
Well, just an early season meet to kind of shake off the cobwebs, toe the starting line, and, you know, shake a couple things out. It's kind of hard not to look down towards the end of the season, though, especially with a talent like Andres Arroyo and what he may do at Foot Locker. Foot Locker South, once again this year, absolutely stacked. You got to really be on that day to make that team.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And Andres is a perfect example. I mean, all it takes is one bad thing to happen. And, you know, Andres is certainly, you know, one of the favorites, I think, to go to nationals on the boys' side. And, you know, who knows? I mean, you know, right now it's hard to tell where they're going to fall in place. I know some of those 3A boys posted some pretty nice times, you know, last week. Carlos Miranda and Thomas Howell, they're 15:30. You know, it'd be nice to see some of those guys push Andres as the season goes along. You know, they get some of these big races, you know, from the state. And, you know, put them together. It'll be interesting to see, but yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Well, another preseason meet next week, the Wickham Park Jamboree. We've got Holy Trinity, a couple of other teams from the Space Coast and Central Florida. So starting to put the puzzle together, getting ready for the start of the official season,
yeah.
September the 8th. And I can't wait.
I can't wait either, and it's going to be interesting to see. I have, as you know, in my Fab 5 for 1A, I had those Holy Trinity boys up there. So, you know, we go from the Colonial boys tonight to the Holy Trinity boys next week. We'll have to see how they compare.